25 years Skoda Auto. And today here with this milestone of Skoda Motorsport, the Skoda Sport, built in 1950 and competing at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the legendary long distance race. This is such a pleasure to drive this car. It's absolutely fantastic and great fun that I can do this here today. The main thing is, those were the real heroes. Driving with these cars, you know, no power steering, no power brakes, no electronic, no telemetric, no ABS braking system, you know. Even they had to repair the car on the track themselves when something failed, you know. Absolutely fantastic.
Bodywork of Škoda Sport was designed by my grandfather Josef Velebný. He also left me the original construction drawing. When I found the car, it was unfortunately not in running condition, so we decided to bring the car back, how it looks like in the time of glory. I restored the car together with my friend Stanislav Kafka almost 4 years. We didn't count the hours. We were every weekend, every second afternoon here in the workshop, and we take every part in our hands and restore it, changed. Really hard work.
And the decision to go to Le Mans was a tough decision, you know, because a complete different task to fulfill, a long distance race. So still I have to take my head down for the efforts they did. And then it was unfortunately all over because of this little thing here, a piston pin circlip. And if this thing fails, you have a huge engine damage. Unfortunately, top of the field in the morning, June 25 in 1950. What a pity. Could have been a great success. Yeah, Le Mans is a very special case, you know, with its length 2 times around the clock. And a successful driver should at least have won Le Mans, Indy 500 or the Grand Prix of Monte Carlo. Then you belong to the pack, you know. And especially there is a whole crew working. It's twice around the clock. You have the morning hours coming. And actually it takes more than 24 hours because you get up Saturday morning at 7, 8 till the race is over. In the afternoon, then you go to the prize giving, it's almost 40, 48 hours. So all this together and with the characteristics of the track makes it this difficult for the driver. First of all, a great team. Because it's not only the 2, 3 or 4 drivers driving a car, it's the team, it's the preparation, and in the end, it's the luck, definitely. You need some luck to win, otherwise you won't do it. The main thing is, those were the real heroes. Driving with these cars, you know, no power steering, no power brakes, no electronic, no telemetric, no ABS braking system, you know, no radio, no connection. Even they had to repair the car on the track themselves when something failed, you know. Absolutely fantastic. I won't tell that the win nowadays is not worth the same, but it's different. In these days, the driver was more the key factor of winning or losing. I mean, imagine don't mechanics make a bad pit stop, you don't win. Yeah, the past they were very successful in rally, in hill climb racing, and the decision to go to Le Mans was a tough decision, you know, because a complete different task to fulfill, a long distance race. So still I have to take my head down for the efforts they did, and of course it was a pity they didn't finish the race, you know. How to describe? It's just unique, you know. I mean, the car is not really the best for my body length, you know, as you can imagine. But on the other hand, when you feel the steering and when you feel the suspension, what the car is doing, this is real driving. Yeah, it's fantastic, you know. I mean, if you look at the engine, it's 1100 cubic inch, you know, has something like 50 horsepower for this Le Mans edition, a 4-speed gearbox and a reverse gear, which is important. It has good brakes. And what is really amazing, it has a Solex carburetor, one carburetor. And the mixture of fuel they used was gasoline, ethanol and acetone. I mean, it's incredible in these days, because the normal fuel wasn't good enough. And when you see that you could rev it 6,000 revs and then go in Le Mans with these speed 24 hours, really cool.
My name is Michal Velebný, and my family work in Škoda since 1925. My job is not only to restore cars, to search them, to find the history of them, but it's also my hobby. So I restore those cars also in my private life. The Škoda sport cars were built in 1949 in a very short time, in 1.5 months. And they first started in Grand Prix of Czechoslovakia in September 49. And then they were used in many races till 1962, partly in factory team and later by privateers. This concrete car was built in 1949, used by Jaroslav Netušil, and in the beginning of 1950 was modified to take part in 24 hours Le Mans race. They went very good until 13th hour of the race, when the small part was broken in the engine and they have to take off. But car in next years took many other races, many wins, many podium positions, and it was active in racing till 1962. When I found the car, it was unfortunately not in running condition. It was after this almost 40 years storing with not complete engine and many scratches and small reworks. So we decided to bring the car back how it looks like in the time of glory, when it had its factory colors, international colors of Czechoslovakia in that time, so in the condition when it started in 24 hours Le Mans race.